She stared at me for a few minutes and sighed again.
You know, John, after the war, cooking was the only thing I could turn to, because everyone important was gone by then.
Grandma paused again and looked down at her newspaper.
What was the war like?
It was a struggle, especially for civilians like me. I didn't think I'd make it out alive.
Grandma said as she shifted her focus from her newspaper to me again. Grandma then glanced to her left and right and then beckoned to me to come closer to her.
I'll let you in on a little secret. But you gotta promise me you won't tell anyone, okay, John?
Okay, Grandma.
Grandma then took off her reading glasses and told me a story that I have never forgotten since it was told.
I wasn't supposed to survive the war, kiddo. During the war, I lost my job because the economy wasn't doing so well. It was a very difficult time. I always drank and ended up causing a scene at local bars, getting myself kicked out. One day, I noticed that someone had left their wallet on the bar counter. At first, I didn't think much of it, but then I decided to take it and give it to the police. A few days passed by and I had forgotten about the wallet until I felt the wallet inside my coat pocket. I opened the wallet to see the ID of a person named Leo Leonard. I was going to give it to the police the following afternoon, but while I was looking through the daily newspaper that morning, the man's picture caught my eye, coincidentally, in the obituary. Turns out, he was quite the chef, and he had a lot of assets to his name.
Wait, did you do what I think? Is that where our last name comes from?
I asked, speechless.
Believe what you want, but no, a dead man's trash is another man's treasure.
Grandma said as she put her reading glasses and newspaper to the side and left the room. To this day, I wonder why Grandma told me this story. It's not like I would ever do that, no matter what the situation was. I break out of my trance when I hear the bell on top of the door chime. I look outside the kitchen and see them, the people that have been coming here regularly over the past few months, the revolutionists. There are 4 of them, dressed casually. The first time the revolutionists came, I wasn't aware of who they were, but when I figured out that they were rebels, I feared that the police would arrest me for serving them food. I needed the money though. After looking at them closely over time, I noticed that all 4 of them had a small matching star tattoo somewhere barely visible, like the back of their necks, their ankles, or behind their ears. While I served the rebels food over the course of a few months, I heard their discussions on Italy's tyrannical regime. Time after time, I became intrigued by their thoughts. I mean, people have rights, so who is the government to limit people's freedom of thought just so it can protect itself?